Good evening, viewers, and welcome to Let's Play Super Metroid. Sorry for the long wait between episodes. I had a lot of exams to write. So here I'm just showing you the data copying and the data clearing. Let's see if I can... No special animation or anything. It's a little disappointing, but I like the gold arrows for copying. The reason I'm doing this is so I can sort of forge ahead with another save, but the A save will always be the main save that I do the recordings from. But yeah, I think that's enough of that. And you can see there, I've got a time clock there of 1:43, but really, we're going to do quite a bit quicker than that. So that's where we're headed this week, today. The wrecked ship and Eastern Crateria. The wrecked ship is pretty cool. I think it might be described in the comics or the manual. It's the Chozo Civilization. It's kind of like how they got to this planet. They were on that ship, I guess, on a long journey, and then boom, they crashed here. I don't know if it was intentionally or by mistake. Well, the crash landing part wasn't intentional, but I don't know if they were particularly aiming for Zeebs or not. So yeah, we get to use our grappling hook extensively for this area. That's kind of the thing that prevents you from going here earlier. Although, really, it is possible to do all the areas backwards, so there's really nothing that absolutely prevents you from going places before you're supposed to, but you have to be really good and you have to be able to exploit glitches. And that's a little tricky right there. You have to jump up and then roll and then push over, because you can't bomb jump when you're underwater. Yet. Bomb that again. Notice you even jump more slowly. Gee, it'd be nice if we could get something that would help us out with that. I don't want to sound too much like H.C. Bailey. He's a good Let's Player, but, you know, I gotta do my thing, he's gotta do his. I'm making this look very easy. When I was first trying to play this, I would fall down and have to come back again and again and again. There's one reason: if you were not quite as good at the controls, you would probably have to get fewer items than I have if you still wanted to make it under the 3 hours. What's with that save spot not working? What's going on? It's ridiculous. Leave no stone unturned when you're in here. Bomb everything. Look for any passages. There are so many secrets. Here we go. Here's a good one you want to get as soon as you get here. Because look at all those spikes. Right now, they're not hurting me. So this is a perfect time to sneak in and get those missiles. Is there anything else in here? Nope. So yeah, you want to make sure that you get absolutely everything that this area has to offer. You have no excuse. Oh, we got another secret passage. Let's check this out. I like those little, Okay, you gonna get out of my way? Nope. Guess there's not much we can do here. But if you look... Yep, he's blocking the passage. Just great. Well, we're gonna have to come back when these guys have their ass in gear. Oh, pardon my English. Yeah, lots of secrets. Well, this isn't really that big of a secret, but lots of secret passages, I should say. Now we could go left, but not much going on there right now, so let's go right. One of these guys. Oh, let's save our missiles and use the super missile on him. Come on. There we go. Oh, he's putting on the lights for us. I like blue. My ice beam is blue too, it matches. Oh, okay, you're gonna try hurting me, okay. These blue things are useful. You can, they're hard to kill, but, and you don't always get a power-up from killing them, but, you know, they're worth tracking down. Now, you can use your charged beam like I just did there, or you probably want to use missiles on it when it has its eyes open. I missed. This is one of the harder bosses in the game. I suppose I could say that about every boss except maybe Crate. But this guy's pretty tricky. Especially if you're going for a short game and you come here and you're kind of short on items, like energy tanks in particular. There we go. I wonder if I can do these blue guys any better if I shoot them with my missiles. I don't want to use my super missiles. Yeah, I actually do not want to use my super missiles. Let me make a note of that. It's something I read on a walkthrough. In fact, I had to read a walkthrough quite a bit to do this Let's Play, and you learn quite a bit. You think you know everything about a game, especially in the pre-internet age, and then, you know, you look on the internet and find, gee, wow, there's so many surprises. Now, let's see if I can get these. Yeah, you can get them a little more effectively, but then you're shooting with missiles and they tend to drop missiles. I really want energy. I want more missiles. I have tons of missiles. If I wanted missiles, why would I be using them to shoot those things, you know? Give me energy. Yeah, this is going nowhere fast. Better switch back to my beam, but oh, there we go. Got some energy. There we go. Now, for the killing blow, you can go ahead and use a super missile. If you think it's the killing blow, I can give you a hint. If you think it's the killing blow, in this case, come on. There we go. Did I get it? I did not, and look what he does now. You get these lovely bands of blue flame coming at you if you hit him with the super missile. So I would recommend not hitting with super missile. But if you charge and jump like that, you can pretty much avoid getting hurt. So that's good. Well, I could probably just use a super missile again. I'm sure this won't be the killing blow. So yeah, if you see him pretty red like this, then you know it's safe. But he has to be deep red, not just a hint of red like it was there. There we go, we finally got him. That took like 5 minutes. Boy, oh boy, it's a long one. In fact, I'm gonna hazard a guess that's probably the longest boss fight in the game. Because you can't hit them all the time, that's the problem. The rest of the bosses, there's not too many restrictions on when you can hit them, with one exception, but that exception, there's another way to beat him, so it's not a big deal. But with that guy, that's pretty much what you have to do. Alright, now let's explore the rest of the wrecked ship. Pretty much got carte blanche here now. These robots, they look friendly, but they're not. Map data! Alright, my favorite room. Okay, not too big of an area. Wonder what that stuff is on top that's not connected to the bottom. These robots, if you'll notice... See? They're trying to shoot me. I'm sure it wasn't that turquoise sphere with the little yellow balls attached to it. No, it was one of those robots. That's kind of annoying. It would have been nice if the robots were friendly. I think this game needs more friendly creatures. Well, I'm glad they... It's kind of surprising they included any, I suppose. I'm thinking this is an RPG, and I'm like, how come there aren't any NPCs in this game? Huh? Where are all the NPCs? But it really is an epic game, though. It plays... You know, it's got a story to it. It's got different locations, different themes. Like, although, you know, like action games have that too, I suppose. But yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. But it's epic. It's epic in scope. Just remember that. Remember that I said epic. Alright, more super missiles. Oh man, we're racking them up. That's one thing. Now, if there are two things, I guess you wanna make sure you go for all you can get, and it's super missiles and energy tanks. You know, if you could probably beat this game with, like, I don't know, 50 missiles, and you probably want more than that, but 10 power bombs. How many power bombs do you really need? Like, that's like all you use it for is opening doors and passages. There is a way to use your power bomb as a weapon. I'm actually not going to show it to you. I'm just realizing now because I've actually, as I'm saying this to you, I've recorded the entire game. So, although I may do another episode and show it to you, it's called the beam shield. And what you do is, okay, now we're not going to go through there just yet. What you do is you equip your charge beam and one other beam. You select the power bomb, and you start charging, and then it'll start using up your bombs to make a beam shield around you. And each beam has a different effect, each secondary beam that you select with the charge beam. It's moderately interesting, but you're not really going to get much mileage out of it. It's just so much easier to just shoot things. So now this room's a little tricky because you gotta beat all these enemies to get out. And there are 3 exits. So what you're going to want to do is defeat them all once, and then go open all the doors before you leave the room. That way you don't have to defeat the enemies again. Waste a bunch of time. I don't like how turning the power back on makes all those things spark and hurt you when you touch them. I like them better when I guess it must have blown a fuse or something when you turned the power back on. Or I suppose blowing multiple fuses. Now on that screen there, it looks like it's those screens, it looks like they're images of the Metroid. Maybe they were attacked. I guess this is the Metroid home. No, this isn't the Metroid home world. That was SR388. I don't know, maybe it's an image of Zebes, and we're crashing into Zebes! So I like to think of that big long room there as the bridge. Oh man, all that just for a missile? It should be like at least 2 packs of super missiles for having to go through all that. What do you think, viewers? Oh, that's what I think. No, nothing here. So I had my physics exam tonight, and that went pretty well. I'm not going to set any records or anything, but I'd like to think I got a 70 or so. There's like questions with like line charges where you have to use an integral to figure out the horizontal charge experienced by a point. Like, it's just... calculate the horizontal component of the electric field at a point in such and such a place. It's not really that interesting to me. But yeah, that part of the exam I probably did quite poorly on. But other stuff I did better. Like calculating electric field from point charges. There were like 3 protons, and they were arranged in a triangle, and we were given the fundamental unit of charge, and it was all right. And the trig was really easy, so that's good. When the trig doesn't get too hard, it's good. Now we'll pull ourselves up there to get a missile. And I'm making this look easy. I swear, I'm not using save states, but it's just like experience. You know, you play the game enough times and you know where everything is. I don't actually play that many games. I just like to play the few that I do have a lot. You know, it's because I kind of didn't grow up in a wealthy household, let's say, so I couldn't just like have all kinds of different games. I only had a few games. In fact, this game I don't legitimately own. I have a cartridge, but I think it's my cousin Colin's. So yeah. Although his brother has my copy of Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, so I guess it all evens out. Although this is a better game than Mystic Quest. Oh, but yes, they also have my copy of Mario Golf for Game Boy Color, so, you know, it all balances out. Actually, I liked that game, Mario Golf for Game Boy Color. It was kind of like a RPG, but with golf. Like, you had all these locations you had to go to, and there were all these NPCs, and this guy sort of follows you around a little bit. He's kind of known as the friendly gamer. You know, a friendly gamer as opposed to the hostile ones that play Xbox. So we're back in the wrecked ship. I've been talking too much about things that don't matter. Oh, I wanted to say that I got a 90% on my lab report. I was pretty excited about that. Anyway, back to the game. Okay, well that's good he was going to do something with us. I was afraid that he wasn't going to let us out, and you'd be stuck there, and it would be game over. But no. He's getting rid of all the spikes for us, too. This is good. This is good. Alright. Okay, let us go. Let us go now. Okay. I guess they just like to hold things. You just gotta make yourself into a ball to mimic the item they would ordinarily give you. Ah, see? See? I told you those robots were unfriendly. Bastards. Get down in that spike hole. Get down! Get down! Oh man, all that for missiles? Surely there must be something that was worth our while. Oh, power bombs. And we actually get to use a power bomb. Despite what I was saying earlier. Like what? I don't even know why they give you 50 power bombs. Like, man. Ah, didn't get it. Okay, you gotta make sure you get in there. Okay, let's go. And push down. Alright. Did it. Okay, now be very careful here. So there's a bit of a pit. You don't want to fall down there. Without getting a reserve tank! Woohoo! I think that's 3 reserve tanks, so 1 more to go. But it'll be a couple episodes before we get the last one. Okay, now that's potentially... a lot of arguments could be made for the importance of power-ups, but that could be the most important power-up in the game. There are probably ways to get by without... Well, I mean, yeah, you need the morphing ball, you need the bomb, you need pretty much everything, but the gravity suit, you know, it's going to be helping you all the time. And, of course, oh no, I fell down, whatever shall I do? Well, look, I can jump higher now. So it's really no problem. There we go. See? And it also lets you take a little less damage. I think half as much as you would if you didn't have it, so that's nice. Of course, the enemies will also get tougher, which will negate any effect that the gravity suit has. However, when you're going through areas with lots of weak enemies, and with all of your extra energy tanks that you now have, you will take less damage. So, wow, yay, huh? Yeah, right. Probably just a way to keep people from going too far too fast. There are instructions for, on game FAQs for people who want to go through parts of Norfair without even the Varia suit. It's just like, wow. And the instructions are prepended with things like, you cannot make a single mistake. If you do, you should hit reset. Like, it's pretty brutal. Okay, so the gravity suit officially cuts your damage to 25% of what you would ordinarily take, lets you move freely in liquid media, like water, hot water, or lava, and you get immunity to bubbly hot water of the kind that you find in Norfair, but not lava. Yay! Boy, we needed that. Kinda bad at this game not to give you a way to recharge your energy quickly after that fight with that boss. I mean, yeah, this is probably what happens after Crade. Crade, you get an energy tank straight away. This guy, you didn't. Crocomire, you got one eventually, but if you knew what you're doing with Crocomire, you don't lose very much energy, so that one I don't mind so much. Spore Spawn, you have so little energy available to have that refilling it's not a big deal. Okay, we're back in Eastern Crateria. I suppose I could enumerate the rest of the bosses and what they do energy tank-wise, but that would be kind of spoiling it for you if you have not played the game yet yourself to completion. So I will hold my peace. It's just in Romeo and Juliet, and I was working the curtain, among other things, and listening to the whole play again and again, you pick up something new every time, some new textual distinction, and sometimes the actors playing the parts get the meanings, the little puns and stuff that are all buried in it, and sometimes they don't. But there's one thing I noticed that I didn't notice before. Juliet says, hold thy peace, I pray thee, nurse, say I. And it's like, it says I, like, I am telling you to hold your tongue because, we're getting tired of your story. But the whole story is how Juliet keeps saying I, as in yes. So there's like this, yeah. You probably have stopped listening by now, but it's one thing you notice. Okay, well that's it for Eastern Crateria. Maybe I should concentrate more on narrating the game. Yeah, that's what the problem is with these episodes. They're too long and I'm just not really focused on the game. So, doing the 10-minute episode does have its advantages. Okay, let's pop in here. I love the music here. Really lets you know you're getting on with the game. Yeah, let's save. Okay. Whoa! Do we ever have a long way to go in here? Well, so much for this area just being those 3 screens back down in Brinstar, eh? Well, that's all for this episode of Let's Play Super Metroid. See you next time! And it won't be so long, because I've had my physics exam and my modern physics exam. Take it easy.